Have you ever wondered what happens to superstars when they lose all their money? The story of Wayne Newton, once a famous singer and entertainer, took an unexpected turn. He's faced bankruptcy, legal battles, and more. So, let's dive into this video today to discover how Wayne Newton's life has changed and what he's up to now. Can he make a comeback? Watch this video as we explore his journey from riches to rags and beyond. Wayne Newton is a famous American singer and actor. He's been entertaining people for a super long time, especially in Las Vegas, where he is known as the Midnight Idol, Mr. Las Vegas, and Mr. Entertainment. Way back when he was just a teenager in the late 1950s, he started performing in Las Vegas. And there, he learned the ropes from big stars like Frank Sinatra, Bobby Darin, and even the legendary Elvis Presley. In 1963, he hit the big time and became the main act at the Flamingo, a cool casino hotel in Las Vegas, where he rocked the stage and people loved him. In fact, he was even more popular in Vegas than both Sinatra and Presley at one point. Moreover, he's the highest-earning entertainer in the history of Las Vegas. Imagine that. Besides his amazing singing, Wayne Newton also showed up in a bunch of movies and TV shows. Some of his famous songs are Danke Schön, 1963, Summer Wind, 1965, Red Roses for a Blue Lady, 1965, Daddy, Don't You Walk So Fast, 1972, and Years, 1980. Danke Schön is his special song and was even used in the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off in 1986. It's been quite a journey for Wayne Newton, and he's surely made millions. But it's not all glitz and glamour for Wayne Newton. Despite his musical talents and long-lasting Las Vegas performances, he's had a bumpy road when it comes to money. Lawsuits, property hassles, and even animal care disputes have cost him millions. Things took a major wild turn in 1980 when NBC News dropped a bombshell, claiming that Wayne was connected to organized crime, particularly the Gambino family, and using a casino and hotel he co-owned to fund criminal stuff. Wayne wasn't pleased and sued NBC for telling tales. In 1986, he did win in court, but got around $5 million, not the whopping $19 million he wanted. Then, the verdict was tossed out in 1990 because the court thought there wasn't enough proof that NBC intentionally fibbed. But his money troubles didn't stop there. About his financial troubles, subscribe now if you have not done so to not miss out on more such exciting content. Wayne Newton's money roller coaster kept on going. After his legal battles with NBC, he hit rock bottom. In 1992, he filed for bankruptcy when he was broke and drowning in a $20 million debt. That included a hefty $341,000 tax bill he owed the IRS. In 1997, Newton teamed up with Tony Orlando to open the Talk of the Town, but it didn't go as planned. They couldn't fill the 100-seat venue, and Tony Orlando found some secret recordings in a shared private room. They split, and Newton renamed the theater the Wayne Newton Theater. Later, the IRS drama hit him again in 2000. The tax folks said Wayne Newton didn't report a $200,000 sale of an Arabian horse. They also claimed his wife Catherine didn't report income from 1999 and 2000, earned through Wayne's businesses. The IRS piled on more fines on top of what he already owed. In 2001, Wayne got into a new gig, planning to turn his home, Casa de Shenandoah, into a tourist spot like Graceland. He teamed up with a company that invested $50 million into the project and paid Wayne $19.5 million. But the fun ride wasn't over for his finances. Further, the money misadventures of Wayne Newton took a weird turn in 2005 when he got sued by the IRS for not coughing up $1.8 million from a house sale. Despite that $50 million deal for his property, he couldn't keep up with his bills. In 2007, he left his rotting private jet at an airport because it was too pricey to fix. In 2009, he again made headlines for a bizarre reason. He got sued for over $30,000 in unpaid hay bills for his horses and another $36,999 for not keeping up with his Cadillac lease. The rough ride didn't stop in 2010. He was sued by a friend he owed $3.35 million, leading to an attempt to foreclose on his beloved Casa de Shenandoah. He also owed $500,000 to a former pilot. This led to Wayne having to sell his home, which was supposed to become a museum. Fortunately, CSD, the company that invested in the museum project, stepped in to help. They took over the property and allowed Wayne to continue living there. Despite this, Wayne's financial situation remained far from stable, and his debts continued accumulating. In the same year, Wayne faced a personal crisis when his pregnant daughter encountered serious health issues during childbirth. She fell into a coma during the delivery, and Wayne was determined to pay whatever was needed to save her life. Thankfully, his daughter survived this ordeal. CSD eventually managed to transform Wayne Newton's home into a museum. Later, in 2012, the legal battles raged on, this time over that $50 million property deal. He left horse manure piles around the place and stables full of unbearable urine, making the lawsuit even more peculiar. And now it seems Wayne Newton's money problems also extended to the care of his animals. Some animals, like penguins and wallabies he kept, were reportedly not well taken care of and lived in filthy conditions. CSD workers also claimed Newton's dogs were uncontrollable and violent, leading to several workers getting bitten. More shockingly, workers alleged that Newton subjected them to unwelcome advances, including wet, sloppy, and disgusting kisses. This resulted in sexual harassment claims against the singer. The lawsuit also contended that Newton had no intention of leaving Shenandoah, despite receiving $19.5 million. In 2012, Casa de Shenandoah, estimated to be worth about $50 million, was ordered for sale by a bankruptcy judge. Newton, however, seemed relieved to move on, stating he'd never back down from a fight. Well, all these troubles are a lot, and we can say that Wayne Newton, even though he is popular for his iconic career, never had a good handle on his finances. Despite his musical talents, Wayne was never skilled at managing his money, and that's one of the primary reasons behind his ongoing financial struggles. He often relied on people who didn't have his best interests at heart to handle crucial financial decisions. Additionally, his ventures, like owning the Aladdin Hotel in Las Vegas, stretched his financial resources too thin. With that, public rumors about Wayne's mafia connections added to his financial woes. Also, though Wayne sued NBC News for libel and initially won, he ended up with nothing in the end. Meanwhile, there were many other troubles, and his unpaid taxes kept accumulating, leading to further financial trouble. Not only that, it also appears that Wayne's love for animals is at odds with his financial instability, as he struggled to provide proper care for the creatures on his property, which included horses, monkeys, sloths, exotic birds, and more. This was what he had faced. But what if we tell you that he is still facing difficulty today with his finances? In 2018, tours of the museum were abruptly halted for undisclosed reasons. In 2020, around the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, Wayne made a television appearance for Caesar's Palace. As soon as Las Vegas reopened after the pandemic restrictions, Wayne resumed his performances, even though he faced a back injury in 2021 that raised concerns about his future on the stage. Despite his financial difficulties, Wayne still has his family. He's been married twice in his career. His first marriage was to Elaine Okamura, which lasted from 1968 to 1985. In 1994, Wayne married his second wife, Kathleen McCrone, and they remain together to this day. Wayne has one daughter from each of his two marriages, adding a touch of family stability to his otherwise tumultuous financial journey. So, despite being 80 years old, Wayne Newton continues to perform to manage his considerable debts. His financial struggles, including past ties to the mob and love for exotic animals, have led him on a turbulent journey. Well, what do you think of Wayne Newton's financially troubled past? Share your thoughts in the comments below and subscribe for more.